Sairam students, I welcome all of you once again and wish you a very happy new year. So students, we have started with lesson number 11, work and the energy. So let's recall once again whatever we have learned in this chapter so far. So in the last session students, we spoke about the different forms of the energy. So how many types of the energy are available to us? So let's see that here one by one. So as you know that there are basically many type of the energy. So one of the type is that mechanical energy. Again we learnt about the heat energy. Again we learnt about the light energy, and at the same time we learnt about the sound energy and the chemical energy. So let's recall once again what do you mean by the all type of the energy. So students, in the last session we also spoke about the mechanical energy. So what do you mean by the mechanical energy? The energy used for doing the mechanical work. The energy which is used for doing mechanical work, it is called as what? Mechanical energy. And what do you mean by the mechanical energy? The energy which is used for doing mechanical work, it is called as what? Mechanical energy. And again, the next important part of the energy, it is nothing but the heat energy. When the heat is produced, whenever we burn any type of the fuel, that time the heat energy has been produced. And you all know that the heat energy is used in the kitchen all the time, and heat is measured in the unit of the calorie. So the calorie, it is one of the unit to measure the heat. And again students, one most important type of the energy is that the light energy. So you all know that student, it means that the light energy is transformed into the energy in the food. So you all know that for the process of the photosynthesis, sunlight is very important. So plants absorb the sunlight and that sunlight is converted into the food material. So that means I can say that the light energy has been converted into the chemical energy in the form of food material. And again, you all know that the plants and the animal, they use the food material for doing the work. Okay, so that's why the light energy is very important form of the energy. And again, the sound energy. So what do you mean by the sound energy? Students, you must have seen that the glass panes of the window, they crack due to the loud noise. You must have seen that in your area, or something like that, whenever someone put up the DJ in the louder form. So you must have seen that the window, they crackles. Why? That is because of the sound energy. Okay. And most importantly, you all know that similarly sound is also used to control the movement of some toys and the cars. So in some toys and in cars, the sound energy has been used. And you all know that this means that some work is done by the sound as well. So we can say that the sound is also one of the form of the energy. Okay. So students, and again you must have seen that whenever we burn something, you must have seen that whenever we burn the wood gets converted into the coal. Okay, so that means whatever component are present in the wood, they are completely converted into the coal format. So that means, can we say that it is a type of the chemical reaction? So the energy stored in the wood is emitted in the various format through the chemical reaction. So the chemical reaction is one of the way by which the chemicals are released from the wooden material, right? So the energy obtained through the chemical action, whatever energy is obtained through the chemical action, it is called as what? Chemical energy. So did you understand now what do you mean by the chemical energy, mechanical energy, heat energy and the sound energy? Okay, apart from all these type of the energy, there are certain more type of the energy we are going to learn today. Okay, so what are they? Let's see that over here one by one. So student, can you see here something? There are certain picture which are showing you or which are indicating you something. Yeah, can you guess that what has been happening in this picture? Yes, let's start from the beginning. So what you see here, this is somewhat the rain cycle or water cycle, I can say. What is happening here? The water from the river, it is getting evaporated and the water is getting converted into the water vapor, and as a result you can see that the because of the sunlight, the again water vapor, they got condensed and in the form of rain it is coming back. So this is one of the water cycle. The rainwater, it is collected into the river and the dams, etc. So in dams and the river, it is connected to the certain electricity center where the electricity has been generated by using the water, and the electricity which has been generated by using the water, it is supplied to the commercial level, to the industries and to the household chorus also. And this electricity has been used to light up the bulb or various electrical gadget which we use right now at our home. Sometime electric induction etc, we use the television, mobile charging etc. There are so many things which runs right now at our home by using the electricity. So that means, in simple language, can I say that the water which was situated in the dam, that got converted into the electrical energy, and the electrical energy has been used in the household chorus. Okay, so you can see that how exactly it has been started. So let's see that over here. So I just told you that it is a type of the water cycle. So what is happening in the water cycle? The water evaporates due to the heat of the sun. So because of the sunlight, the water got evaporated. Because of what water got evaporated? Because of the sunlight. So because of the sunlight, the water got evaporated. Okay. And most importantly, you all know that this water vapor forms the clouds that give us the rain. So whatever water it got evaporated because of the sunlight, it is converted into the clouds format. And you all know that the clouds gives us the rain, right? So you can see that the rainwater flows into the river and is stored in the reservoirs on the dams. So you can see that whatever rainwater is coming, it is stored in the river and eventually it is stopped in the reservoir by using the dams. So dams are one of the way of the water management method by which we can save the water for the future uses. So now what we will do of the water which we have stored in the reservoir? So let me tell you that students over here, the water which are situated at the height. So this is a height. Okay. So whatever water it is situated in the height region, it has got the potential energy. So if water is situated at the higher level, so whatever water it is situated in the higher level, it has got one of the different type of the energy, and that energy is called as what? Potential energy. And this potential energy, when the water falls down, during that time, this potential energy got converted into the kinetic energy. See the difference? I tell you once again. Whatever water is stored at the height, it has got the potential energy. When the water will fall down, the water potential energy will convert into the kinetic energy. Okay, so these are the two important forms of the energy which we have learned just now. That is the potential energy and the kinetic energy. Okay, so let me tell you that students over here, when the water falls on the blades of the turbine, at the lower part of the dams, the turbines are situated. So when the water it falls on the turbine, its kinetic energy is transferred to the turbine. The flowing water has got the kinetic energy. Flowing water has got the kinetic energy. When the water falls on the turbine, the water's kinetic energy will get transferred to the turbine, and as a result, the turbine will get rotate. So when the turbine will get rotate at the higher speed, so that kinetic energy which is present in the turbine, that will convert into the electrical energy. Are you getting my point over here? So as you can see that the turbine rotates, producing the electrical energy. So this electricity get transformed into the various forms of the energy. See, I tell you once again. The water which is situated at the higher level, it has got potential energy. So when the water falls down, it has got the kinetic energy. The flowing water has always kinetic energy. So when this flowing water it falls on the turbine will rotate at the higher speed. So when the turbine will rotate, it will generate the electrical energy, and that electrical energy will be used for various sort of the electrical appliances which are used at our place. Okay, so you can see that over here, from the dams the electrical energy has been produced, and this electrical energy has been supplied to the house and industrial level. So this electricity has been used for the various purpose, as you can see here in this image, right? So you can see that the electrical energy is used in our houses for various purpose, right? It is transformed into the light energy on lighting a bulb. So electrical energy, it gets converted into the light energy, okay, for lighting a bulb. And again, electrical energy gets converted into the kinetic energy on starting a fan. Always remember that whenever something is moving, it has got the kinetic energy. So the fan is also in the motion. So if something is in the motion, it has got kinetic energy. So that means what? The electrical energy got converted into a kinetic energy when the fan is rotating. And electrical energy is converted into the sound energy when we play a music system. So whenever we play the music system, the electrical energy gets converted into the sound energy. And at the same time, when we use the oven, that time the electrical energy is converted into the heat energy. Is that clear? So these are the various ways by which the electrical energy has been converted into the light energy, then kinetic energy, again into the sound energy and the heat energy. So this is how the different forms of the energy are converted from one format to the another format during various activities, right? So thus you see that we are indirectly utilizing nothing but the solar energy. The main point of the energy, it is the solar energy. Because of the solar energy we are getting the water, and because of the water we are able to produce the electricity and the rest of the things. So that means directly or indirectly, can I say that the sun is the source of the energy, right? So who is the main source of the energy? Solar energy. So I can say that again, we are indirectly utilizing nothing but the solar energy in all this transformation of the energy. In the other word, the sun is the most important source of the energy. Who is the important source of the energy? Sun. So sun is the important source of the energy. So as you can see that over here, what we have learned today, we have learned that how exactly the energy transformation takes place from one format to the another format during the water cycle. So as you can see that during the water cycle, because of the sunlight, the water got evaporated, and the evaporated water converted into the cloud, and this cloud give rain to the earth. The water is situated in the, it is stored by the reservoir called as the dams. So in dam, at the higher level, the water has been collected in the form of the potential energy. When the water falls down, the flowing water has got the kinetic energy, and during that, this kinetic energy falls on the turbine. So when water falls on the turbine, turbines rotate at the higher speed, and the turbine receives the kinetic energy from the flowing water. And this rotating turbine, they convert kinetic energy into the electrical energy, and this electrical energy has been supplied to all the electrical appliances which we use in daily basis at our house. Okay, so as you can see that over here, we have stored that potential energy is stored in the water which is situated at the height, and when it is flowing, it receives the kinetic energy. Again, what we have told you, water falls on the blades of the turbine, it has got the kinetic energy. The turbine rotates because of the electrical energy, and this electricity transfer into the various forms of the energy. So you know that the electrical energy has been converted into the light energy when we light up the bulb. It again gets converted into the kinetic energy when we start the fan. And again, at the same time, you can see that the electrical energy has been converted into the sound energy when we play the music system. And again, this electrical energy is give us the heat when we start up the oven. So these are the different forms of the energy which we are using at our level. And as you can see that directly and indirectly, whatever energy we are receiving, that is just because of the solar energy. So I can see that the sun is the most important source of the energy. Whatever source we are learning right now, be it a light energy, sound energy, mechanical energy, chemical energy, everything. So all the energy we are getting just because of the existence of the sun. Okay, so I hope so now you must have understood about the different types of the energy whatever we have done today. So the next part of this topic we will continue in our next session. Bye bye, take care.